Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the virtual public session of the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations for September 19th, 2025. My name is Renee Chenault-Fatah, and I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. Thank you for joining us this morning. At this time, I would like to turn the proceedings over to our chair, Mr. Kareem Thomas. Kareem.
Good morning, everyone. As our Executive Director shared, my name is Kareem Thomas, and I'm the Chair of the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations, and this is the public session for September the 19th, 2025. The minutes have been shared with the commissioners prior to this meeting. Are there any changes to the minutes? Any questions? Great, thank you. We'll go ahead and accept the minutes as submitted. The next item on the agenda is the recommendation of cases investigated by staff and recommended for closing for September 2025. I will go ahead and read the cases, and then after the cases are read, I will ask for any recusals or abstentions. Case number 1, Thomasa Aguirre versus Big Save Dry Cleaners. Case number 2, Miriam Santiago Gonzalez versus Millennium Hotel Group, LLC. Case number 3, Tia Vaughn Cotman versus School District of Philadelphia. Case number 4, Ben Ingram, also known as Benai Ingram versus City of Philadelphia, Office of Property Assessment. Case number 5, Chantal C. Steele versus Enterprise Holdings, Inc. Case number 6, Sierra Newkirk versus Merck and Company, Inc. Case number 7, Howard Wilburn versus Unica Special Cables. Case number 8, Candace Scott versus AAA Club Alliance. Case number 9, Tessa Volpe versus Joseph Gione Plumbing and Heating. Case number 10, Rory Holland versus Lift Inc. Case number 11, Nicole A. Lippy versus Self Inc. Case number 12, Dario Meja, also known as Alexis Meja versus Sergio Morataya del Cid. Case number 13, Kenneth Lowe Jr. versus T&B Investment Group, LLC. Case number 14, Frank Mitchell, OBO Mitchell and Mitchell Wines, LLC versus Farm to City, LLC. Case number 15, Naith Alatabi versus Temple University. Case number 16, Kevin Bazuski versus Atlantis, The Lost Bar. Case number 17, Frederick Mackey versus American Airlines. Case number 18, Mark A. Tucci versus Sugar House HSP Gaming LP, DBA Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. And case number 19, Nia Stallworth Rawls versus Biata Health Home Care. For recusals and abstentions, I need to recuse from case number 11, Nicole A. Lippy versus Self Inc.
Chair
Are there
Thomas.
any other?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Go ahead.
You're still giving your recusals?
Yes.
All right.
Are there any other recusals or abstentions?
Yeah, I need to recuse from case number 15. Versus
Commissioner
Temple
Alpert
University.
is recusing from case number 15.
Commissioner Ho on 1, Thomasa Aguirre versus Big Save Dry Cleaners.
And you broke
That's
up.
employment number 1.
Did you say Commissioner Ho is recusing from case number 1?
Yes.
Okay.
And with regard to public accommodations case number 1, which is Frank Mitchell, on behalf of Mitchell and Mitchell Wines, LLC, Farm to City, just wanted to put on the record that this was a probable cause hearing. And at the conclusion of the hearing, in the final order in the opinion, the commissioners found for respondent in that matter.
Great, thank you. Are there any other recusals or abstentions? Commissioner Boko, I didn't say good morning, so good morning. All right. Is there a motion to accept the cases as submitted? Commissioner Alpert, a second by Commissioner Hamilton. All in favor? No opposed. Thank you. The cases for September 2025 have been accepted. I'll next send it back to our Executive Director, Renee Chenault-Fatah, for our Executive Director's report.
Thank you so much, Chair. The following report highlights activity from August 15th to September 18th, 2025. Concerning legislation, we continue to discuss amendments to legislation proposed by Councilmember Nicholas O'Rourke that addresses unfair rental practices, expands tenant protections enforced by the Fair Housing Commission. Under compliance, the compliance team secured dollar amount is $25,121 across 3 cases plus 1 private settlement for an undisclosed amount. Prevention and education highlights. HR Representative Boonroth Math is working with staff at the Department of Behavioral Health on a mental health program for immigrants. Noteworthy conflict responses. HR Representative Carlos Aviles is providing conflict resolution services to a complainant referred by the police department in which the person also has a crossover case with the Fair Housing Commission. Other noteworthy events this reporting period include Deputy Director Randy Duque participated in the Common Ground USA State Network gathering in Erie, as well as the annual Eradicate Hate Summit in Pittsburgh, gatherings across the Commonwealth, both of which centered on combating hate, polarization, and extremism. And for upcoming events during the next reporting period, which goes from today, September 19th to October 17th, 2025, next month, staff from Pchr will travel to Anchorage, Alaska. I need another cup of coffee. Anchorage, Alaska, to attend the annual International Association of Official Human Rights Agencies, IORA, the conference in which our HR Representative Tiara Thompson serves on the conference planning committee. Deputy Director Duque will actually be presenting at the conference on how human relations councils can work in the space of behavioral threat assessment and response. The PCHR 2025 Social Justice Awards will be held on October 16th at the Free Library Parkway, the Central Library, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. HR Representative Boonroth Math and myself have agreed to co-chair the city's combined campaign, which engages employees to make payroll contributions benefiting select nonprofits across the city. Now turning to the monthly hate incident summary. In the month of August 2025, there were 13 incidents of hate reported to PCHR, of which all 11 were confirmed acts of hate. 1 was unconfirmed and 1 was not hate-related. Confirmed acts of hate. LGBTQ harassment. Unknown person approaches a complainant in the Northeast and calls him an anti-gay slur. Racist, anti-Indigenous harassment and threat. A local nonprofit receives an email threatening to harm Indigenous people. LGBTQ harassment and threat. A Center City Bank employee was repeatedly called anti-gay slurs and threatened by a customer. Geopolitical, anti-Ukrainian hate speech. Anti-Ukrainian signs written in Russian are posted on a lawn in Roxborough. Racist anti-white harassment and assault. Complainants walking along a Center City street threatened for being white before getting pepper sprayed by an unknown offender. Racist anti-Black harassment and vandalism. A complainant in the Whitman neighborhood hears someone outside of her home yelling anti-Black slurs and later finds her car vandalized with an unknown substance. Anti-Semitic harassment. A complainant in University City finds an anti-Semitic note addressed to her from someone claiming to be Muslim. LGBTQ harassment. Wharton neighborhood complainant finds accusatory signs with anti-gay slurs on neighbor's lawn. Anti-Semitic assault. A complainant attacked in his Center City area apartment building by unknown offenders who repeatedly called him anti-Semitic slurs. LGBTQ assault and vandalism. 2 complainants parked in Old City were called anti-gay slurs before being attacked by 4 unknown offenders who also vandalized the complainant's car. Anti-Semitic and anti-Israel graffiti. Anti-Semitic and anti-Israel graffiti was found on the Holocaust Memorial. From January 1st to August 31st, 2025, there were 75 incidents of hate reported to PCHR, of which 62 were confirmed acts of hate, 10 were unconfirmed, and 3 were not hate-related. I turn the proceedings back over to you, Chair.
Thank you, Renee. Prior to adjournment, I want to make sure, are there any members of the public? No. Great. One of the things I also want to share prior to adjournment, as you all know, since our executive director has joined over the past few months, we've been very intentional with supporting the team, Pamela, the compliance team, and the rest of the organization with access to data and data around our efficiency and capacity as an organization. And Pamela and her team and the entire PCHR team has done a really good job with enhancing the data that is available for us internally and across various stakeholders. I had the opportunity to look at some data over the last few days around the caseload and success that the PCHR is having on behalf of the residents of Philadelphia. And I want to commend the PCHR team, the compliance team, our investigators, everyone that is involved with supporting equitable outcomes and equity in Philadelphia. Over the last 10 years, the PCHR has investigated hundreds of cases with the average close time anywhere between 6 to 12 months. But the really, I think, good news story in not only the effectiveness and efficiency of our closures is the amount of money that we have recovered on behalf of the city of residents of the city of Philadelphia. And that number is roughly over $600,000 in the last 10 years, with several undisclosed amounts due to settlements. So almost potentially seven figures in recoveries to the residents of Philadelphia, with the average settlement being around anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000, with one settlement being $112,000. Now, of course, that does not include the settlements that were settled with non-disclosures. But I really wanted to commend the PCHR staff, Renee, under your leadership, Pamela, Randy, and everyone that is a part of our work. The data is clear. The data shows success, and I want you all to continue to do what you're doing, and let's continue finding efficient and effective ways to share our data not only with the residents of Philadelphia but various stakeholders in our process. So I wanted to be very intentional with going on the record with that. And just commending you all. So commissioners, if we can just take a moment to give the PCHR staff a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
If there are no other questions or comments, we will move to adjournment. All right. So is there a motion to adjourn? Commissioner Alpert, Commissioner Hamilton, we will go ahead and adjourn. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. Enjoy the last weekend of good weather. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.